again, everyone. This is Dave again with some more Dmapper tricks and tips. Today, what I'd like to talk about, let's pull a list over here, is the fourth change that came out in 3.3, version 3.3, is what I'm just going to call expert mode, and I'll disclose a couple things that I do for those that like to do testing and practice and things like that. And it concerns the mouse over of the incoming strings box, which is this one up here at the top, and also a right click feature that you can do when you're over the letters box. So let's get right to it. So a lot of people like to practice and test, move things around on the map, and I've done it a lot when I've developed the software that I like to do that, and it's hard to constantly try and capture strings, and maybe you want the same string and you want to see what happens. And like most of the boxes in Dmapper, you can do mouse overs, and if you haven't discovered them yet, you can do a mouse over, and it should tell you what you can do with that box or what that box is. There's one that says tacticals. This one says, you know, these are what these strings were that came through, what times it was. And what I want to talk about today is this box at the top called incoming strings. This is the box that displays an incoming string first. So it will show up here before it gets processed anywhere else in Dmapper. So what I built into this was the ability to double click it and bring in what's called a demo string. And I'll show you what the mouse over looks like here. So it tells you what the box is about, and then you can see there's an expert mode that tells you can double click and then edit and then press enter for a test string. So let's give that a try right now. So when you double click, it pops up a string. Well, why didn't it post down below? Well, it didn't post down below because I built it so that it would first let you edit it if you wanted to. But for this demo, we're just going to push enter and submit that string. As you can see, it appears down below in the box as if it's a regular incoming string. So say you, and let's turn on tracking on, and you have to have this box checked so that that particular incoming unit will post to the map. If you don't want it posting to the map, you just want to monitor it on the Dmapper screen, then you leave that unchecked. But if you actually want it posting to the map, then you check the box. So we're going to check the box just because. And say you want to send it again, and you press enter, and look what happened. Nothing happened. Well, that's because it's what's called a dupe, and you can see it right down below in the status box. It says dupe. It says, you can see down below there it says dupe. That's because it's an identical string, and you don't want identical strings that are, say, digipeated off of multiple radio sites, or for whatever reason the person's transmitter keeps sending the same string over and over again. You don't want those strings to constantly clutter your map. And that's an option under the configuration other, prevent dupe position strings from map posting. So this, normally you want this turned on, otherwise your map is just gonna fill up. And when that's on and it sees an identical string, it will mark it as a dupe. So how do you get around that when you're doing testing? Well, buried in the APRS string, if as you become more of an expert in this, you will know what all of this means in this string. And right here is the coordinate. So there's a 4323.9, so that's in decimal, that actually comes in decimal minutes. Let's change the 43, and you just click in the box. You can highlight it or delete it, however you want to do it. And let's change that to a 44. Now let's press enter. And as you can see, it updated it here, and it says that's a good one, and it's green, so that means the unit is moving. Now, because you have tracking turned on, it will post that movement to the map. So that's a way that you can practice with your map. The other thing you can do here is, if you want your own call sign, we'll put mine in here. You can put your own call sign in there. You can click here, you can put in a suffix, and it'll just keep doing that and posting those new positions or the updated positions. If you change it, like I showed you earlier, it'll post all of that as well. Now, let's capture just a little bit of data here. The telnet is a future video that I'll try and get done for you. It's just a way of doing testing. Let's stop it. Well, let's let it run just a little more. Okay, now we'll stop it. It's a way that I do testing, but to capture different types of strings. So suppose that you want to post this string right here to the box up above for this VE unit. Well, when you hover over the box, it will give you what the previous string was. So when that came in, that shows the string. The other thing you can do here that's new in version 3.3 is you can right-click with your mouse. It will show you the string, and it'll ask, if you press OK, that string will be posted up above. Then you can edit it and press enter to submit it. So let's do that. Okay, now that string is up above. Now obviously if we just push enter, it will show as a dupe. But let's just change this baby up here. Let's change this to a 50 and press enter. And as you can see, that string changed to a 50. So that's one way that you can do this. Another way that you can modify strings that I showed in another video is the lat-long conversion helper. If you double click on the coordinate box, it'll open the coordinate converter, and you can make your changes here. And let's just change that to 48, and you can press enter, and it'll appear. And you can use that, or you can use this up above. If you watch the video on the conversion helper and the manual entry tool, you'll understand what that box is for. It has some other features. But I like to just go up here, double click. It gives an easy string that can be edited, and press enter, and it keeps you updated. I like to use that one. That's just a couple tips and tricks that I'll disclose to you that I've been using over the years. Hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to having you watch futures. Thank you.